Good morning. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint, your daily shot of sharp business intel, global trends, and market movers. It's Tuesday, July 22nd. I'm Nelson John. A surprise resignation, a runway scare, and a dam that's stirring up more than just water. India's vice president steps down suddenly. Passengers dodge mid-air and monsoon mayhem, and China's record-breaking dam has Delhi watching closely. Meanwhile, Jane Street's back in business, and Afcons is riding the global rail boom with a 6,800 crore win in Croatia. It's all moving fast. Let's break it down right here on Top of the Morning. It was business as usual until it wasn't. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar stunned political circles on Monday by stepping down, citing health reasons. The announcement came hours after he chaired multiple meetings and even issued a press note about an upcoming visit to Rajasthan. In his resignation letter to President Draupadi Murmu, Dhankhar said he was stepping down, quote-unquote, to prioritize healthcare and abide by medical advice. The resignation, effective immediately, was filed under Article 67A of the Constitution. "I leave this esteemed office filled with pride in Bharat's global rise," he wrote, thanking the President, Prime Minister, MPs, and Council of Ministers for their support. But the timing raised eyebrows. Just minutes before his official statement at 9:25 p.m., his office still announcing events for later in the week. Congress MP Jairam Ramesh called the resignation, quote-unquote, as shocking as it is inexplicable, hinting that there might be more beneath the surface. Dhankhar, 75, had undergone angioplasty in March. His tenure, though short, wasn't without controversy, marked by heated exchanges with the opposition and even an unprecedented impeachment motion, which was dismissed. With no official replacement yet, Deputy Chairman Harivansh may step in temporarily. The BJP-led NDA is expected to zero in on a consensus candidate soon, likely someone solid and non-controversial. This marks only the third time in history that a vice president has resigned mid-term. But the mystery and timing of Dhankhar's exit? Well, that's what really setting New Delhi abuzz. It was a turbulent Monday. Literally, for Indian flyers, as a series of mid-air and on-ground flight incidents triggered delays and emergency protocols across the country. In the skies over Madhya Pradesh, Indigo Flight 6E813 from Goa to Indore reported a technical snag just before landing. The aircraft, carrying 140 passengers, landed safely but remained grounded for mandatory checks. Indigo reassured passengers that safety remains their top priority and efforts are being made to minimize disruption to other flights. Meanwhile, at Mumbai Airport, an Air India flight from Kochi veered off the runway during heavy rain. Preliminary reports suggest 3 tires burst on landing and the aircraft's engine may have sustained damage. Thankfully, all passengers disembarked safely. The airport temporarily suspended operations on its main runway, switching to a secondary strip to maintain traffic. And the disruptions didn't end there. At Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, an Air India flight to Kolkata aborted takeoff due to a technical glitch. Flight A2403, carrying 160 passengers, halted during the takeoff rule. The aircraft was grounded and the passengers were safely deboarded. While all incidents ended safely, they raise fresh questions about monsoon preparedness, technical reliability, and runway resilience, especially with the growing pressure on Indian aviation infrastructure. For now, passengers are safe, but it's clear the skies need more than just smooth landings. They need systems that can weather the storm. Is this the world's biggest hydropower project or a ticking water bomb? China has officially begun construction on what will become the world's largest hydropower dam, right on the Yarlung-Thangpo River in Tibet, just upstream from India and Bangladesh. The $167 billion Motuo hydropower project, as it's called, is expected to generate 3 times the power of the Three Gorges Dam and features 5 mega stations. But downstream nations aren't celebrating. Arunachal Pradesh CM Pema Khandu called it an existential threat, warning that if China decides to release excess water suddenly, it could wipe out entire tribal belts like the Adi community along the Siang River. This could be used as a water bomb, he said, adding that China's non-participation in international water treaties make the situation even more precarious. India's External Affairs Ministry echoed these concerns, urging China to ensure downstream interests are protected and to maintain transparency. In response, Beijing has claimed that the dam won't harm lower riparian countries and says it is open to dialogue. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma took a more cautious view, saying the Brahmaputra is fed by multiple sources including Bhutan and Arunachal, and it's too early to know if the dam will help or hurt the ecosystem. There are conflicting theories, he said, and the center is best placed to judge. As China pushes forward with its mega dam ambitions, India prepares a hydro buffer of its own on the Siang River, a silent tug of war with huge regional consequences. 3 weeks after being barred from trading in India, US-based quaint hedge fund Jane Street is set to return to the National Stock Exchange and BSE starting today. The green light comes after a late Monday clarification from SEBI, India's market regulator, confirming that Jane Street can resume trading, but under strict conditions laid out in its 3rd July interim order. At the center of the controversy, SEBI's allegations that Jane Street entities manipulated index options on the Nifty and Bank Nifty to make over 43,000 crore rupees between January 2023 and March 2025. 4 Jane Street entities were accused and subsequently barred from the market. But with 4,843.5 crore rupees now deposited in an escrow account, acting as a safeguard against those alleged gains, the firm has met a key condition to return. SEBI stated Jane Street had agreed to comply fully with its trading transactions, which included a ban on manipulative practices and heightened surveillance on all positions. The company, however, maintains its stance. The trades were arbitrage, not manipulation. It has also engaged top legal counsel to contest the allegations. Not all 4 entities were active on BSE, but those that were can resume operations under the same conditions. SEBI says its investigations is ongoing and a final ruling may take months. Interestingly, shares of BSE surged nearly 3% and unlisted NSE stock also gained following that development. For now, Jane Street is back in the game, but the scrutiny is far from over. We're proud to mark another global milestone, said Afcons Infrastructure, as the engineering giant clinched a 6,800 crore rupee railway project in Croatia, its second major win in under a week. Awarded by HZ Infrastructure Limited, the project involves reconstructing an existing railway line and adding a second track between Dugo Selo and Novska. The scope here is electrification, signaling and telecommunications, showcasing Afcons' full-spectrum engineering muscle on the global stage. Just last week, the company backed 2 Croatian road packages worth 4,535 crore rupees. And back home, it's been busy too, winning a 700 crore rupee Reliance Industry contract in June and a 463 crore rupee rural water project in Rajasthan in May. Afcons, part of Shapoorji Pallonji Group, is steadily expanding its global footprint with these large-scale EPC projects. Yet, its stock story tells a different tale. Listed in November at 426 rupees, 8% below its IPO price of 463 rupees, the stock has been choppy. It's currently trading at 418 rupees, down over 10% from the IPO and nearly 27% of its peak of 570 rupees. Still, analysts are bullish. They point to Afcons' growing order book, its expertise in complex infrastructure builds, and steady financials as sign of solid long-term potential. Whether it's railways in Croatia or dams in Dhankhar, Afcons seem to be laying tracks for global growth. That's all for today. Thank you for joining in. We're eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with the latest news. Until then, this is Nelson John signing off. Have a great day.